YouTube, Scott from Storm here, and we just got back from our Black Friday, Boxing Day haul clean out, and we got a whole bunch of fun toys. Today I'm going to show you how to take your Android phone and turn it into the ultimate media, gaming, audio super center. It's going to be pretty sweet. I need to talk about some hardware, got to talk about some software. We're going to connect them all up and make them play together. We're obsessed with software over at Storm, but it really ticks when you hook up with the right hardware. So, without further ado, I'm going to put some links in the bottom here so you don't got to worry about what I talk about. Just sit back and enjoy the entertaining video. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need to do is get the hardware all together. If you want to display to a TV, you've probably seen 1,000 videos about this before, you're going to want to get a micro USB to HDMI, OTG, MHL hub. It's a fancy way of saying the cable at the bottom of your phone is micro USB. The hub right there is HDMI. This one has some extra ports as well for adding extra memory cards or USB. I can't get them to work for the life of me, so whatever. The HDMI works. It is a simple case of plugging an HDMI cable and power. Without this power, it ain't gonna work. It doesn't have enough jam. Plug in those two into the hub, plug the hub into the phone, and away you go. That's it. Unplug it, no signal. Plug it in, and yeshiza. Hardware number 2, headphones. The ones that I recommend are the Sony MDR-XB950BT. That's these puppies right here. Here's why I recommend them. They're Bluetooth, not wired. But if you want to, there is a plug right there so you can go wired. These are the only Bluetooth ones that'll go both ways. Microphone built in, sound and volume and directional controls, buttons right on there. So if you're working, you just have to go boop, boop, like that and work really good. Most importantly, the sound quality is bonkers on these things. Loud, and it's like they put a subwoofer from a 90s Chevelle in here. Like, it's crazy. Well, they didn't make Chevelles in the 90s, but you know what I mean, when they tricked them out in the hydraulics and it was bouncy. Yeah, the Unsa music really pounds. Here's the deal. These ones are considered the audiophile type headphones, so like Sennheiser would be like these. I've heard Sennheiser are better, but I got these for $89 in the States. In Canada, they're around, what's the exchange rate? $61,000, something like that. Yeah, no, it's probably about 125 to 250 depending on the sale you can get. There's 3 different levels. This is the top one that Sony makes. They're awesome. I've tried them all too. So Bose, great for instrumental, that's about it. Skull Candy, great for rock, that's about it. Beats, supposed to be hip hop, but doesn't really have a lot of punch on the bass, so I'm not really sure what that's about. JBL, kind of just flat across, but these ones just explode, crazy power. So I recommend them. By the way, I'm not being brand loyal because you might be thinking the third step, which we'll get to right now, controllers. We should use a Sony controller. Well, guess what? I got one right here. And it don't work, so no, doesn't matter. Right tool for the job here. So for the controllers, I'm going to use the controller that everybody says won't work or shouldn't work, and that's the Xbox One wireless controller. Everybody says use the Xbox 360 wireless controller, but the problem is that's not true wireless because it still requires a USB dongle plugged into the hub to beam the signal to the controller and pair with it, and then it'll communicate. When I say wireless, I'm talking wireless flavored wireless. That means I've got my controller, I've got my phone, and that is it. So if it's not that simple, it's not wireless. Of course, in today's day and age, the best wireless for short range like this is Bluetooth. This one has Bluetooth built into it. That means it'll work on the Android, it'll work on your computer, and it'll work on the Xbox as well. So really versatile. $49.99 on sale. Do yourself a favor, use that one. By the way, not to diss all of my fellow YouTubers out there who've said use this or that. You're doing great work, guys. Keep it up, but you're just completely wrong. I'm sorry. Okay. By the way, PlayStation 4 DualShock, that's supposed to work. It will, but it won't play nicely with other Bluetooth devices. So again, it all comes back down to that. I've tried a lot, guys. Okay, those are basically the 3 pieces of hardware you're going to need. Let's now talk about software. First thing you want to do is we're going to go into the Bluetooth settings on the phone, which I know you've seen before, nothing really complicated here, and you'll just choose your device, pair it up, and away you go. That's it. Just click on it, pair it, you're done. Really nothing difficult to it. If you need any more help with that, let me know. Leave a comment, and I can explain more, but I'm not really going to waste your time on setting that up. Now, when you connect an HDMI cable over to a TV, the HDMI takes over your video and your audio. A lot of people think they just want video and they'll run the audio through something else. It doesn't quite work that way. It goes all the way through. And so that means if you wanted to use audio, you'd have to plug in to your headphone jack or to an external source or something like that. The Bluetooth won't work. Now, there is a piece of software that you can get, and what it will do is it will force the phone to send the media audio to the headphones. And that software right here is called Soundabout. Now, when you start it up, I'm just going to kind of show you right here. It has a trial version, and you do have to pay for it, but it's pretty good, I gotta say. So it's your call how much you're going to need this. But if you do want to have the video there and the audio on headphones, this is the way to do it. So basically what you do is you set your media audio device, which I've done right there. I set it to Bluetooth A2DP, and then it'll pair up. You want to set it so that the service is on with a status that you know that it's working, and that's basically about it. Once that's gone, the next piece of software to talk about is the gaming software. So for gaming, I recommend software called MAME for Droid, and you want version 0.139. The other one, it doesn't have as elegant of gameplay. So you start it up, here's what it looks like. I'm going to bring the screen over here so you can see. Once you've got it started, the first thing you need to do is pair it up with the controller. Now, it does work right out of the box, but we have to configure it. So you're going to hit Option, you're going to hit Settings, you're going to hit Input, External Controller, and then the mode is going to be Controller Auto Detect. We can stay with that for right now. What you need to do is go to Define Keys. For player 1, it'll have the key set. Now, I've already set mine, but when it first starts up, you'll see that it has up as D-pad up, but instead of a 1, it's going to be a 0, and so it won't work. So what you have to do is you hit the up button, then I'll ask you to give it the key that you want for up. So guess what? On my directional pad, I'm going to hit up, and there it is. It works. And now I can go down and I can go up, as you can see. You finish setting up those however you want. I've got mine set up like this, as you can see. So A to A, B to B, C to C, D goes to X. They're mapped weird on the Xbox One. That's the reason why people have so many problems with them, but it does work. You hit back, back again, back again, back again. The rest of the options you can set as you need, but this will just get you running. Go back. Now we're going to play Metal Slug, and the reason why is because I'll show you the full range of control you get with this game. Now, because I've got Soundabout going on, I got sound in the headphones. So I'm going to try and go over here. Hopefully you can hear the sound coming out of my headphones. I don't know if you can or not. Hear that? Okay, cool. So we're going to hit coin, start, and then we'll choose our person. Now what's really important on this is a lot of controllers, they won't go up or they won't do something like that. With this one, as you can see, I hit up, it goes up. I'm shooting up. I'm shooting down. I can jump. I can jump and shoot down. I can do pretty much everything I need to do. And with all the action that's going on in this game at one time, it's pretty bonkers. So I have to have full control, and this puppy will do it. All right. So that's the way that it works. That's the first emulator. One down. That's arcade control. Next emulator I'm going to show you, just for completeness. One of my favorite platforms back in the day is Sega Genesis. I like a emulator called Gen Plus Droid. So what that one looks like is right here. We start it up. It asks you what you want to do. So with this one, you're going to go to Settings, and we're going to choose under Input, Configure Key / Gamepad Input. You do that, and you can just ignore the keyboard when it pops up. It'll ask you same thing, what you want to do. So for player 1A, you press it. It'll ask you for the button you want. I'm going to hit A, just like that. You do that all the way through. Once you've got that done, you can head on back, load a ROM. I'm going to play, we'll keep it nice and simple. I'll go the Death and Return of Superman. Now with this one, the problem here is that the audio in my headphones is really choppy, so it doesn't quite work so good with this one, but the gameplay does work. So again, you'll have to kind of see trial and error what works for you, but it just goes to show it will work. I'm going to hit start. And skip all that, skip all that, skip all that, skip all that. All right. So again, if the gameplay is a little choppy, it's because that audio, the way it's coming through. All right. So what I'm going to do is I can hit B to punch. I can hit A to use is laser eyes there. I got Y for jump. You've got full control, and then I can even use X to do the super move. Okay, it's not working, but trust me, it did work. But anyway, that's all it takes. So that's 2 emulators down. I could go on and on just about emulators alone. There's emulators for Nintendo, Super Nintendo, TurboGrafx, Sega Genesis, arcade, pinball. It's crazy, but this just goes to show that it does work. Now, I can't really exit, so I'm just going to close the app. All right. Next one. Obviously, I mean, you could do things like play YouTube on here and pipe it through. No problem, so that's obvious. But then if you want to watch more fun type videos, that's all I'll say, if you know what I'm saying, you want right there, Kodi. K-O-D-I. Kodi, right there. We're going to hit that one. Boop. And when it loads up, you're going to get this kind of display screen. Now, here's where it gets really cool. Because of the fact we've got the controller, we can use the controller not only for the games, but also for our videos, files, add-ons, pictures, music. It works as a perfect navigation control. You could use a wireless keyboard too, or you could just use touch if you want. I can just go video, add-ons, gonna do first run stuff, choose get add-ons and go through it. Okay. Now, I can't show you much more past this for Kodi because I'm not allowed to. So I would just encourage you to play with it, learn, discover, share. Stay legal out there, kids. Okay, there it is. You got full control. Gaming, media, everything you could want. USB hub, Xbox One controller, Bluetooth headphones. That's how you do it. Blown away by imagination. Shout out to all the stormtroopers out there. Woosa!